Yo, FF Boss Battles Part 5. Alright, so this video is gonna have not that many bosses because these fights all take really long. So this first fight here is White Dragon, or Pearl Dragon might as well be called, because all he does is Pearl all day. And Pearl is like holy or light elemental attack, and so it's not one of the 3 or 4 major elements, but it's its own element. So there is armor to absorb it if you can get that, which I think is called aura armor, but I'm not too sure. So if everyone has wall rings on, it'll reflect the pearl back at the dragon and you won't really take damage. It'll heal him, sure, but it won't heal him as much as you're doing damage to him, so it's totally worth it. Basically his only 2 moves are Pearl and Dispel. Since this is the magic tower, all he can do is magic, so basically he just does the only magic he knows, which is those 2 moves. And like I said, this fight's pretty straightforward. If you have shell or wall rings, that's definitely the way to go. And just use, regular ball, fire, 3, your strongest magic attacks, and he should be done fairly soon. So, at any point in time, that's pretty much the strategy for this, but at any point in time during this whole video, it might drag on because these boss battles are just really tedious. So, I guess it's good that they're all in the same video so that, if you guys get bored, you can go watch some porn or something. So basically it's just the patience game. I'm gonna heal, I'm gonna attack, he's gonna use Pearl, and that's it. So he's one of the 8 dragons. I'm sorry, in my previous video I said there were 7, but there are 8. So my bad on that. And Helper, those of you that know him, he mentioned that there's a glitch in the game, a game-breaking glitch, that you can cast Vanish on any boss and then cast Doom or X-Zone. And I've known about this glitch since I was young, but I don't enjoy using it because this is my favorite game almost in existence, and I don't like to abuse it. I like to do what the makers intended and put me through 1-hour boss battles if need be. I just really appreciate the game. But that doesn't mean you guys can't do it. See, he dispelled Terra's Reflect, so now she's gonna be screwed if he chooses her, which he didn't. So now he's gonna get healed for about 600 here, which is nothing because I'm doing at least above 1,000 every hit. Not sure if I can slow him down or not, but I feel like he should be able to be slowed down because he attacks twice with every iteration of his attack. And there are 2 main bosses in the magic tower, so since there are no physical attacks, these bosses can be really tricky. So his life is slowly dwindling down, and my team is raring to go. And there he goes, he's done. Next boss. So as you can see, I switched the team up a little bit because in my opinion this is the hardest boss fight in the whole game. This guy right here, MagiMaster, he first of all, he switches his weakness every time you hit him or use a spell on him. He switches his weakness. So the way to beat him is, like, basically he'll make it so that every element does 0 damage unless you get the one that's super effective to him. Wall change, there. Now only the element that he's weak against is gonna do any damage. So in order to remedy that, you have to use non-elemental attacks like Bahamut Solar Flare and Meteor, Ultima, Flare, regular Flare, and there are a couple other attacks that are non-elemental that you can use. So at this point I'm mimicking with Go-Go. I'm gonna mimic Meteor since Go-Go pretty much knows everyone's attacks anyway, but what I'm mimicking is the X magic, the fact that it's gonna happen twice. So that's the great thing about Go-Go. Anything anyone does, no matter what it is, he'll mimic. So there goes Meteor, non-elemental, it's gonna do some damage, and he's gonna change. And Mog's dead, so I'm gonna want to revive him before using Palador. Now the reason I'm scanning him is because, not to find out his weakness, because he's gonna switch anyway. 24,000. So now I know he has roughly 24,000 HP. And when this guy dies, when you kill him, he does one final attack, which is Ultima, the strongest magic attack in the game. And it does 5,000 to 6,000 damage on everyone. So, as you can see, none of my characters can survive that attack. Not even with Shell. I feel like the main way to survive the attack is to be over leveled. And this guy's level 68. So you have to be at least in the mid 50s, I'd say, to beat him. Well, to not die to Ultima, but I'm going to do something else that I feel like is an underlooked tactic. So I just did 5k to him. He's roughly at 1900 now. And I'm keeping track. But I definitely need Mog alive to finish this fight, and you'll see why. Alright, 4,000, so that's 1,500. And slowly but surely, he will be defeated. That didn't work. So at this point, I'm going to be trying random elemental attacks somewhat to just kind of fish around and hope I get lucky and get the right element that's weak against him. Otherwise, I'll keep using non-elemental, which is Meteor and Flare. So definitely know these attacks before you fight this guy. 3,000, so he's at 1,200 roughly. Basically, he's at the top of the Fanatic's Tower. So before you go up there, not expecting him, expect him because he's there. 2,000, so he's at about 10 to 9,000. And the item you get at the top of the Fanatic's Tower is the Gem Box, which allows you to cast magic twice, which is what Sabin's doing. I think Sabin's doing it. Love that animation. Mute. Scanning him again just to make sure, but he should be at 9 or 10,000 if I'm not mistaken. Level 68. 8,500. Alright. So keeping that in mind, I'm really gonna take note of his damage. And he changes walls again, so he's probably not gonna be weak against fire. But Flare's non-elemental, so it doesn't matter. So as you can see, he's not really offensive. He just... Alright, so he has about 3,000 left. He's not really offensive. He just is tedious as hell. That's all. So enjoy this fight, guys. This is actually a side quest, so it's not even necessary in the in the main game. But I've covered every boss in the game except for Doomgaze. And that's because I couldn't really record all the fights with him because he's a random boss, which I thought was interesting. On the world map, while you're flying around, he'll randomly come and get you. Alright, so now Mog's alive, and I'm going to use Palador to use Sonic Dive. And now what this is going to do is it's going to put everyone in the air, and they're going to come down one by one. And hopefully when they all land, he'll die. Well, not all of them. Hopefully 2 to 3 people will kill him, and the last person will be in the air, so therefore Ultima won't hit them. But that's not looking good because I only did 100 damage, and that did 0 damage. So looks like the other 2 are gonna come down, and I'm still not 93. That's not gonna cut it. I need 3,000. Otherwise, when he die, and you can only use espers once per match. However, I just used Mimic with Go-Go, so that's the only way you can use an Esper twice in a match. So now I have 3 people up in the air, and Terra's the only one on the ground. So if no one's up in the air by the time the match ends, I'm dead. Ball change. So now I'm desperately just hoping to get lucky that he kills himself, which he's not, by reflecting his own spell at him. And Sabin just came at 130. That's not going to cut it. Flare. So Sabin was like charging the spell before he got on Palador, and now when he landed he did it, and the others who are still in the air. So now he does Ultima, and Go-Go and Mog are still up in the air, and they're not going to come down. And that's how I do this fight generally. Red Dragon. This one's pretty straightforward. One of the 8 dragons, and he's fire type. So if you have any fire absorption, ice armor, or fire armor, it's going to fare you well. And just use your strongest ice attacks and do physical damage with your strongest attacks. And this fight is pretty straightforward. Snowman Jazz. Oh, 9,000. This is going to be a quick one. So as you can see, you know, the fight's pretty straightforward. And I will be finishing the FF6 video series, boss battles. So if you have any ideas for any other games, I still have to finish Battletoads as well. I know, and Home Alone, I still am wanting to do Home Alone 2. But if you guys have any suggestions for games I should play, or boss battles, or anything in general, even comedy skits, just send me a PM, leave me a comment, and I'll do it. I'll do it. Alright, Curly, Larry, and Moe, the 3 Stooges. And you can't control bosses, so I don't know why I tried. So basically, the one up top, Curly, uses Pearl Wind, which heals all her allies for 999 health. So she has to be the first one to go in this fight. If you kill any of the other ones, she'll revive them. So definitely you want to focus fire the pink one, and then at that point it doesn't even matter. And I have Dragon Boots and Dragon Horn on lock, which gives him the jump command, and then Dragon Horn makes it occur multiple times. Now Delta hit stones one character, and so now Realm is a stone, and I have to use either Remedy or Soft on her. But they can only use that attack when there's 3 of them. If there's not 3, that's it, they're done. So it'd be best to use relics that prevent Petrify, so you don't even have to worry about that attack hitting. So I guess I'm gonna, I don't know what that was all about. They just chose to die, but I'm gonna opt for not even healing Realm and just finishing this guy off. This isn't that hard a fight. And there you go. Now if the same team, in this point of the game, you only have 3 characters. So basically he tells you that he's going to possess Wrexsoul. He says he's going to possess your body and only come out when you're about to expire. Meaning you have to, so now he's in one of us, and he'll only come out when we're at critical health. So this fight is another tedious one. You have to attack your own teammates and put them in the wounded state so that they're like about to die in critical state. So when you see them on their knees, that's how you know they're like hurt or critically injured and they're about to die. So then at that point, Wrexsoul will come back out, and that's when you get him. But it's only annoying because you don't know who he's inside of. So I'm gonna try Locke first, just because I don't really like Locke. I mean, I think his character design is awesome, but as a player, I don't like him. I mean, he can steal, which is cool, but I just don't think he has any endearing qualities to him. Just his charm as a character. So I'm just kind of waiting around to for Locke to. Oh, and he's on his knees right now because he's poisoned, not because he's hurt that badly. So I'm using poison just to speed up the process, and hopefully he's inside of Locke. And if he's not, I'm gonna have to almost kill somebody else. So as this process goes on, I'll just keep talking about random stuff. So definitely I think I've hit 60 subscribers at this point, and I'm really happy about that. I hope you guys enjoy my videos. If you don't have to watch them, or you don't have to subscribe. It would be cool though if you tell your friends or let people know who would be interested in these videos. I'm just trying to build up my fan base. Eventually I'm going to be doing other things. I'm going to be doing little comedy skits. I'm going to be doing advice videos where people can message me and, you know, ask me questions, and I give advice to the best of my judgment, which I've been told I give really good advice, so take it or leave it. And so Wrexsoul is not inside of Locke. Inside of. So he must be inside of Strago. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna also be working on some video game projects and like original indie games. Alright, so he's inside of Strago, so now we attack. Now is the chance. So he doesn't have that much health because obviously they know how annoying this fight is. So I'm gonna pretty much just try to use strong attacks on him now and get him. Fire 3. Whoa, it heals him. Don't use fire, guys. So besides that, I'm gonna be developing apps pretty soon, and I might go through a tutorial video on how to do that and how to, you know, I'm just gonna be doing tutorial videos more often. I'm gonna be doing a Marvel beginner series, and I'll be doing beginner to intermediate at least, because that's what I feel like my level is in Marvel. And hopefully you guys can really learn something from me. That doesn't hurt much. So at this point, he's gonna possess someone else, and then I'm gonna have to repeat the same sequence. Good shit. Zinger! Now he's inside of Realm. So now I'm gonna have to revive one of the two men and then get Realm to critical damage. And Realm has the Aegis shield on right now, which is why she's shielding everything. Shielding magic attacks, shielding physical attacks. It's a really good shield to have. Better than Taskmaster's and Captain America, even though it's made out of vibranium, which doesn't exist. Vibranium. Can't even poison her. So I think it might help to have Doom during this fight, so you can just kill your people and then revive them so that they're already at like critical mass, and then he'll come out. Just be careful that the little little fuckers don't kill you. I'm also gonna be putting up brawl videos pretty soon of Wi-Fi matches, so stay tuned for that. Even though everyone hates brawl, with constructive commentary as well. I'm also gonna want to have guests commentate with me, because I do feel like I work better with a pair or with other people. Because when I talk to myself or with myself, it's just like, I don't know, rather bland, I'd say. But when I'm talking to other people, that's a different story. And for those that know me can probably attest. I think I try to be too technical at times, which can come off as a little boring. Well, there he is. And look, the video's almost over, so you know I'm gonna kill him soon. So basically, he comes out, you get him. You use your strongest attacks. Don't use fire, because he'll absorb it. And that's fairly straightforward. Get him. Aw, he missed. So, the video is gonna come to a close. And like I said, just give me feedback, because I really respond to my audiences, and you know, let me know what games you want to see played. Even if I don't have it, I'll try and get it. I'll do my best to get it. My laptop isn't working anymore, so it's gonna be hard for me to record PS3 footage at this point. So I'm gonna have to get a new battery for it. And that's pretty much all for updates. FF videos part 5. Well, final part coming next. So I'll catch you guys later.